Alright guys, so today I'm very excited to show you this Roland FP-30X. Now this keyboard is near and dear to my heart, and I'm going to show you today why. So first I just kind of want to talk about what you actually get when you purchase one of these things, and of course it's going to be the keyboard itself, but you also do get a music stand that comes with it, and this attaches just right here at the back there. There's going to be a slot that you can push it down into. Perfect like that. It's nice and sturdy. Gonna be good for your books, your iPad, or whatever you use. It also does come with its own damper pedal here. Now, as you'll see, I haven't used mine because I do have the Roland DP10, which is the bigger one, but just want to let you know that it does come with this if you don't have your own already. Alright, so kind of moving on to the big selling point for me at least, and that is the touch of this piano. So everything from the weight to how it feels under your hands just feels really nice. There's a nice weight to it, and there's actually different gradings of actions when it comes to keyboards, and this one in particular is PHA-4, which is essentially basically the real thing. It feels like the real thing. The weight of the keys feels like a grand piano. But even apart from that, just the mechanics of the key itself, if you're not familiar with how piano keys kind of work, there's a little resistance right at the very end, right before you hit the bottom of the key. And that has all sorts to do with how the mechanism of the key works. But long story short, this piano right here, this keyboard right here, imitates that feeling, even down to the texture. So as you'll see here, kind of a close-up of the keys. They're not your cheap plastic glossed over material. You can actually see kind of the imitation wood frame. So all those things combine to make these keys feel like the real thing. So let's go through some of the basic features that you can expect. So as you can see here at the front, there's really just this 6 inches of buttons, and that's it. Exactly what you want for a keyboard like this when you're looking for something simple. I do want to show you that there are these 3 main categories: the piano, electric piano, and other. As you'll see in the manual, it's not just those 3 sounds, it's just 3 categories, and by holding down that category and then pressing a key on the keyboard, you can access several different sounds. So there's 56 onboard sounds, but if you end up using the Roland app, you actually get access to over 300. So we'll talk about a little more about that later. But just to kind of showcase to you, of course, you got your regular piano sounds here, and then there's different types of pianos, whether you're looking for, you know, like more of like a hard rock or bluesy type piano, there's that. If you're looking for the more mellow or concert piano type sounds, it has that as well. So all different types of piano sounds, and of course you got your electric piano as well. There's several different types of EP sounds, so here's another example. And just by pressing the corresponding key, you can change the sound. Alright, but again, remember these are just categories, so even under the electric piano sound, you have a clav sound like this. And then all sorts of different organs. And then finally, in the other category, just as an example, you got the synth sounds. You got strings. And you can even get the sound of a guitar if you wanted. Alright, and you can combine these sounds as well. So there's a dual mode, as you might expect. So for an example, you can combine piano and strings just by holding down the 2 categories. And then you can even split sounds using the split button. And then if you hold down the split button, you can select this left sound, and then you let go of the split button, and that's how you choose the right sound. So fairly simple process. Alright, so if you're feeling particularly inspired, or you just really enjoy the way that you're playing, you can also record yourself using the circle button here, or the record button. And of course you have your standard volume button, so pretty self-explanatory there. You also do have a metronome that you can turn on if you need that. And you can slow it down and speed it up using the slow and fast buttons there. And then finally, you'll see there's this function button, or the Bluetooth button. So by holding that down, you can connect to your iPhone, let's say, and you can actually use the speakers, the onboard speakers of this keyboard, as speakers for the music that you're playing on your phone. But what it's really designed for is for pairing with, say, your iPad, especially for using the Roland app. So you use the Bluetooth function, you pair it with the iPad, you can use the Roland app to, again, access more sounds than what's available here. You can use that app to also view digital music on it, and it provides an even better interface for recording the keyboard. Alright, and if you want to play through headphones, you can indeed connect a 1/8 jack or a 1/4-inch jack to the front here. You'll see there's 2 slots that you can use in there. But the speakers on board this thing are really quite quality. So there's 2 speakers right under the left and right sides. And kind of the cool thing about that is that even if you have it on a desk, there's actually an option that you can change here to let it know that it's on a desk, and it'll reroute the sound so that it's not just muffled. But of course you can connect external speakers using the left and right outputs at the back there. So let's actually take a look at the back and see what else is offered there for you. Alright, so of course this is where you're going to connect your power adapter. So there's that DC connection there. And as far as connecting the pedal, that's where you put the pedal 1 there. There is this special connection for another pedal, and that's for the one where there's 3 pedals to simulate a real grand piano or upright piano. So there's a special connection for that. If you have one of those, you can connect it there. There's a USB memory slot, and that's for saving anything that you've recorded. You can go ahead and put it on that USB. But one of the key features of this keyboard right here is that it does have this USB audio interface. So you can go ahead and connect this USB cable to your computer, and you can use, you know, a digital audio workstation to record and produce music using this right here. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is gonna be perfect for anyone that's starting out, because you really don't want to start off on a piano that doesn't feel like a real piano. Take my word for it, I started out actually on one of those, you know, kind of just toy plastic pianos, and I had to actually relearn technique because I learned on that thing instead of the real thing. So this is perfect for a beginner, but as you'll see, it offers so many other features that's gonna work great for any professional gigging pianist. I mean, everything from the real feel to the variety of sounds that you can have. So if you're not looking for something that's really synth heavy, or looking to have a bunch of effects that you might use on stage, this is gonna be more than sufficient for you guys. Check this out if you're first starting to learn, or if you're looking for a keyboard for your professional gigs where you just need mostly a piano. This is gonna be the right keyboard for you. Alright guys, so I hope that helps you guys make a decision on whether this is gonna be right for you, but I highly recommend it.